Good morning and happy Tuesday. This is Miss Little, and I think it's kind of necessary. I'm going to do another video today because our morning mojo and our art in action is kind of combined, and it takes a little bit of explanation. I think it would probably be good for me to do a video and kind of a demonstration. So I'm going to read to make sure I say it right, so y'all bear with me. Today is going to be all about making your own art materials from nature or things that you find around your house, like in your pantry and your spices. So the mojo drawing and art in action are going to be combined. First thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be making our own paint. So you're going to be looking for things like dirt, red pepper spice I used out of my cabinet. I also used chicken bouillon and tomato bouillon and coffee grounds, and actually my first idea was to kind of do watercolors with coffee, but it didn't turn out quite as good as didn't work quite as good as I thought it would, but I'm going to go ahead and show you all of these anyway. So first thing, let's move our little space here, and you're going to come over with me to my work shelf here, and I'm going to turn this around. Oh, it's not going to let me turn it around, so I'm going to turn it around this way. All right, so if you can see here, I'm going to start kind of going down the row. All right, so I have kind of experimented with a number of different things, and I'm going to show you all of them. So first, let's zoom back over here. Just to use dirt, and I actually really liked the color that the dirt make because it was very, very dark. So I got a teaspoon. All of these is kind of like a teaspoon. So I got a teaspoon of dirt, just good old dirt. I got a container and dumped it in there. And I stirred it around and I let it sit for at least 5 minutes. Now every time I went to use it, I'd kind of have to stir it up again to get all the dirt and the things in there. But that was like my first color. So if you look at these other ones, I'm going to show you here. The first one is chicken bouillon, and I did kind of the same thing in this container. The next one was tomato bouillon. I really like this color. It's kind of a yellow, it turns out kind of a yellow-orange color. Over here next is some kind of a red pepper. I had chipotle chili pepper and I had cayenne pepper. The chipotle chili pepper was a little bit darker, so I went ahead and used that. And then this is my coffee. Now if your parents have coffee grinds, or even if they have like the little Keurig K-cup things, you can take one of those. Now if you try it with the coffee, I think it works best if you put your coffee grounds into into a container, and then put some, or get your parents to help you to make some hot water in the microwave, about a half a cup, because that helps the color to come out quicker. And then you pour that half a cup of hot water into here and you let it set. And again, once you go to use it, you're gonna mix it up as well. And then this last one is my dirt. Now, if you look here, let me scoot back a little bit. I think you can see. These are the different colors. So you got, oops, where am I? Chicken bouillon is kind of a yellowish color, saffron color. Tomato bouillon is a little bit yellow-orange, orange-red, kind of a rust color. And then there's red pepper, and then there's coffee, and then the dirt. And you can see that the dirt is actually the darkest. Here are my value scale for coffee. Now, when you use these, it's like using watercolors. I'm gonna turn back around here. If you all remember, when you use watercolors, if you want a color lighter, you add more clear water to it and you water it down. If you want it darker, you add less water to it. And that works the same way for these materials as well. So the first thing that I did, I kind of just played around with just kind of like some swirls and designs and stuff with all of the colors. So I'm going to show you that one here, and that's on this one. So let me get a brush, and whoops, I got to put some plain water in my container. Ugh. There we go. Okay, bring it over here. So I've got my plain water, okay, because I may use that. But let's say I go to my tomato bouillon here. There we go. And you can paint and you can see it's kind of like that rust color, just right there. Let's see, here's my red pepper. Let's see what red pepper looks like over here. Okay, can you guys see that? It's kind of a dark color because it's a little bit thicker. Again, I had more water in that. I hope you're seeing that. I still haven't figured this all out. And then also, I did a design and I just kind of painted in. Now also, just like watercolors, with these materials you have to layer them. Let one layer dry and then add another layer on top to make it a little bit darker. So I'm going to show you this one here also. I kind of started with just like a little simple little fruit still life or whatever that I drew, and those are just all colors that came from the materials that I found in my house in the dirt. And Miss Gardzell at Shadow Creek did an example, and she even used things like barbecue sauce and mustard as well, which are really cool. I didn't even think about those ideas. So another thing I have here, if you can see right there, I took a couple little flowers and then I took a little, I guess it's the leftover from a flower, and I'm gonna see what happens if I use these as a paintbrush. So let's go over here. I'm gonna dip it in here, and then let's see what happens when I put it on this paper. It's a little bit, just kind of makes a texture, but you can experiment with different things also. You can even just kind of do little dot textures like that. That's kind of cool. Anyway, so that's what I'd like for you to do today for your assignment. It's also your sketchbook assignment for today as well. So upload to your Google Classroom, post on Facebook, let me see you. And if you come up with some other cool stuff, let me know. Oh, and by the way, instead of just posting a message on our classroom page that's kind of just scrolling, it's almost easier if you send me a private message in our Google Classroom. That way it doesn't take up so much space, because I have every single student in the school on this board. So if you would do that as well. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. I hope you're doing well and you're kind of adjusting. And remember that you have a lot of options in what you turn in. I'm just offering you lots and lots of ideas. You have to turn in one, okay, at the end of the week for your grade. So I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Oh, and my son wanted to remind me that I've been doing my peace out wrong. Peace out should be this way because it's out. If I do it this way, it's victory. So peace out and have a great day.